So my mic is live.
It's live, man.
There we go.
Anything that you don't want, we can edit out. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean? Yeah. So it's all good.
So we could talk about anything then.
Anything. Yeah.
Man. The one place I'm not censored in America. Censorship is like dominating everything now, right? No, it's I just think right now it's the political discord with censorship. It's that people have gotten so soft that they can't even survive the idea that someone is thinking differently than them out there.
Bro, right? Cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
Right? Yeah.
That's exactly right. Cancel culture.
So for the camera, let's state your name, where you're from, and what you do.
My name is Devin Demuth. I've been living in Crescent City for 5-6 years now. I moved up from San Diego, so I was a Southern California guy for most of my life until I went in the military. Then I lived in Texas for about a year and a half while I was in the Army. Did my basic training in Kentucky, but all in all, I live mostly in California, so I'm a California guy.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Me too.
Yeah.
We do a spin.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So you want a zero fade, skin fade? Is that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's almost like a high and tight in the military.
Yeah.
You do skin up to a certain point, and then you just fade up to the top.
Yeah. So kind of like a mini faux hawk, right? This goes in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the beard, you want me to maybe line you up around here?
Yeah, line me up, bro.
Okay.
It's your artistry, bro. I'm your canvas.
And it looks like you're getting like the handlebars a little bit, right?
Yeah, don't touch the mustache.
Yeah.
Don't touch the mustache.
I wish I can grow a beard, man. A mustache or anything. All I can grow is my damn eyebrows. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, you're going to twist them out.
That's right.
Into little spikes on the other side.
Yeah, the only thing my dad gave me was my long-ass eyebrows, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, do what other people can't do.
Yeah. I see you in the gym a lot, and you do your thing, you know what I mean?
I do something different.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a few year journey now, physical fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically average most of my life. Then I had my first child, my daughter Isla. She's almost 5 years old now. She'll be 5 in February. And after your first kid, you kind of become like the couch potato dad. So I was highly enjoying any time I didn't have to change diapers or care for the kid. I was just sitting and eating. Like, I think it was stress eating. I think every dad goes through like their first child stress eating period, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so I found myself like getting chubbier, just not really in shape, not functional. I wanted to be functional, so I found myself in the gym a lot more. I started locally here in Crescent City. I started attending the club, and I was going there for about a year and a half. I was finding myself actually getting pretty fit, just moving. I think the biggest thing that I learned was just showing up to the gym. I think the biggest demotivator that can occur when you're trying to go to the gym, even start, is you make a plan that's way too complex, and you can demotivate yourself if you fall out of a very complex plan. You know, you're saying, I think people want to make a complex plan because they want to make it, they want to think it as if it's serious, really serious. You know, of course, you want to make it a habit. You want to think of it as serious, but when you
when it's too serious, you don't have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you're not having fun.
Yeah. You're supposed to enjoy the progress, right? Like, it's not just the A to B. It's like in between, you know? And so I totally feel you on that one, man.
Yeah, so anyways, with that, I was realizing, just finding myself in the gym because I realized I just had to show up. I started incorporating more into my regimen. I've tried the bulking and cutting. I've tried steroids, I've tried pills, I've tried different things. I've tried all the different diets. My physique, I really only peaked at like 210 at the most. But for myself, I realized that over time, I would get slow being very big.
Yeah.
So I fixed myself in life, I believe. When I was going to the gym, I finally became physically active. I started hiking. I was way more involved with my family because I was more functionally active. I had more energy for my family, my kids. So it was a very positive experience for me, you know, starting my fitness routine, physique routine, or, make it a lifestyle. You made it a lifestyle. Like, you've been at it for a long time. I
have. You know, it's
oh my gosh.
Off and on, but you know, I wish I would have asked questions, right? Like, I wish I would just went up to someone that knew what the hell they're talking about and just asked questions. Hey, what are you doing? How can I do this? How can I do that? But it's so like, you get kind of like, when you first start off, right? It's kind of embarrassing, and you're like, well, I don't want them to look down on me. So it took me like 4 years to like figure out, okay, mind-muscle connection, you know what I mean? Like all this and all that. And my progress would have been like, I would have gotten here so much faster if I just like, kind of like, hey, like, let me work in with you. You know what I mean?
I think it is very good to be a student with other people and allowing them to mentor you, and disregarding your swallow your pride. But sometimes I feel like even if you were told that back then, the secret recipes, for how to think or how to approach it.
Yeah.
Would you have still digested it the same way that maybe you wouldn't have interpreted it the same way when you don't have that experience, that you took 4 years to get there. Maybe it's that it was the time that was necessary, not necessarily the knowledge. It's being consistent in time that makes things possible.
So I gotta ask, man.
Yeah.
Steroids is not what they make it out to be, right?
No.
And then you get
I mean, well, I would say that the benefits are far outweighed by the negatives, and it's the simple fact that you're basically a fire that's burning twice as bright, and a fire that burns twice as bright lasts half as long. It's simple physics. Your body can't be pushing its cell growth and reproduction and breakdown and recovery twice as often without some sort of repercussion. And I think it takes the form of your body can atrophy by taking certain nutrients from bones, or you know what I mean? So it's taken from places where you don't want it to if you don't come off properly. So everybody's body's different. So there's no perfect recipe for a perfect cycle. And because there's no perfect cycle that any one person could ever look to, and people can look very good for quite a few years. But if you look at people like, Ronnie Coleman, I think, is an outlier just for the fact that, I mean, he was exceptional at what he did.
Yeah.
And he definitely pushed his body very, very, very hard. But you look at even someone that looks like they should be capable of doing what he did, he still broke down by the time he was 45 years old. So it's like, do I want to look like I can, or do I want to be able to physically be able to? So I switched from the idea of bodybuilding to more of like functional lifting and doing more calisthenics, weighted high-intensity workout, high-intensity training with weights. So I started trying to do movements that I would do in normal life rather than the box cutter, cookie cutter, just, straight up and down, bicep curls, whatever. I started doing more of like, have you ever seen those videos on YouTube where like people work out in like their local park and they're all like the calisthenics guys?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's
cut as shit.
And I'm like, they look badass and they can lift themselves hundreds of times. I'm like, I think that is more functional than anything else. So I'm starting to find myself transition to that. So I've lost about 20 pounds. I used to weigh like 195. I now weigh like 170, 175, probably 175. But I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire life because I got away from the idea of mainstream bodybuilding. And I started lifting more for what my body can functionally achieve.
Especially having kids.
Bro,
like that changed my whole outlook. Like why am I gonna go and destroy my back, right? Like on these deadlifts or these squats. And it's crazy, I don't look so much for numbers anymore, just like maintain now,
That's good, but you're gonna ensure your longevity of life, man. And think about what are you most rewarded by? The physicality that you may think you benefit from over the course of a few years of more training than you know you need to do, or how many years more you can spend with your kids being functional, you know, just being able to move. Like, movement is life, man. It's like if you look at adults you know, as they're raising their children, when they can no longer move as much as they should, you would think that they should be able to for their children, they can no longer have fun with their children. And if you can't have fun with your family, then what's the point? So I realized I got away from trying to destroy myself to achieve temporary, you know, what's it called when you, vanity, you know. I realized I gotta get away from that, you know. Dude, this feeling like you're doing a badass job on me right now. I'm like, everything's trimmed tight. I was like, all right.
Oh, I hope you know that you're gonna have to retan your head because your neck is red, but then all that's white. So just
so you're saying I'm burnt as shit?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I was in the sun for a while today, and I was thinking, you know, vitamin D is all positivity until I burned my neck right before I go on the show, and now I'm gonna look like a strawberry. I don't know. This is horrible, dude.
It's all good, man.
It's all right.
I got some
fake tanning lotion.
Yeah, right. I'll rub it in for you, man. I'll rub it in for you.
Smooth out the color.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So if you had a choice, I mean, okay. So I got asked this question just yesterday. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Yeah. So the question is that it's not like serious, anything serious like that, but it's like, is there something that you always wanted to learn, but you haven't got the chance to, or you've been telling yourself that I'll get to it when I can? You know what I mean? Is there something like that
Dude,
you...
Everybody has that. Yeah. Everybody has dozens of them.
Yeah, right?
We only got so much time to enjoy so many things. And I learned, having misplaced much of my time in life, I was trying to be the jack of all trades and trying to do everything at once and achieving nothing. Oh, man. It's just like you can only focus on so many things at any given time to be successful at it. So, but I mean, even if it's a skill or anything, it doesn't matter. It's I just right now my main focus and concern is just being a good father and making sure that I spend the appropriate amount of time with my children and their learning and education and being present, because I see so many families today, and I mean, I kind of laugh a little bit, but it trips me out. Like, you remember that movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
By Mike Judge. And basically he gets in the cryo chamber, and he gets basically knocked out like 1,000 years later, right? It's like 1,000 years later. And everybody is for the worse for wear. Intelligence is out the window. But it was interesting because it was basically the premise of the movie was the idea that humanity will become lost in comfortability and the ease of access of things because of electronics, you know, technology. We're not appreciating the hard lifestyle anymore, and we're trying to always find things to be more simpler, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I don't know. I lost my train of thought on that one. Mike Judge and Idiocracy. Oh, jeez.
You know, when you're walking in here, I mentioned, you know, like, hey, I thought you had a blue Mustang. You know what I mean? I commend you for doing what you have to do to keep your family afloat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a nice blue Mustang that I drive around in town. I had to dump it because that's $500 a month that is now for my children. So I got rid of a play toy for the benefit of my family, you know. I had to swallow that. It took me about 6 months to get over it, though. Like, I was fighting her for like 6
baby,
good
man.
months. I know. I polished her, man.
It is.
I washed her.
Clean.
I polished her. I paid attention to her curves and her details. I always made sure she was clean. From the back to the front.
That's right. Like, the ins and the outs, man.
I even cleaned out the trunk.
Hey.
But yeah, see, now I'm talking about it. Now I'm missing her. I gotta get out of this conversation, man.
My bad, man.
You got me.
You know, but it's
recollecting on a nice toy that I had to get rid of. Man, everybody could affiliate to this, man. Everybody's like, start talking about someone's favorite toy. It's like, stop talking about it. Nah, it's okay. It played its part for the time that I had it. You know?
It did. You know, and I don't know. Like they say, it's better to love and lost than not love at all. Right? So,
I think that's for people though.
but she was your bae. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I loved it that much. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if someone offered me a lot of money, I'd dump that quick. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
I mean, everybody has a price. I have a
Everybody has a
price. You know what I
price.
mean?
They have a
Like my
price.
dog, right? Like
Are you telling me you'd sell your dog if someone offered you money?
if I had to sell my dog to feed my family, right?
No.
Any day, dude.
The simple fact is you would sell your dog. It's okay. Everybody loves the dog. Boy, if the price is right.
Yeah.
We loved you for when we did. You were here. We'll remember you.
I love my dog.
I
It was
know.
thick and thin, everything. But my family and my boys, they come first.
Oh yeah, of
you know what
course,
I mean?
of course.
And so
You would
whatever I can-
sacrifice yourself for them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you didn't give a moment.
Yeah, I literally.
Do you ever cry about the things that you've thought about could happen to your family and your children, like the worst things imaginable? I've a few times I've teared up because I know I've seen the things out there that are just rotten to the core, and it scares me to no end. Seeing my children being as beautiful and as lively and artistic and creative as they are, and I've sat there just overthinking about it, just over considering it, realizing it being an absolute possibility, and just tearing up because I couldn't stand the idea of not having my children in this world. You know,
I have. My wife likes to show me these, like, super freaking sad videos, right?
Oh no!
You know what I mean? Like,
no, she's getting you prepared for the worst of times.
for reals, man. So I saw this video, and this kid, in Thailand, whatever, third world country, right? And they just got done burying the mom. And so the kid goes to the dad, and the kid says, "Where's mom?" And he's crying and everything. And he says, "Mom's in the ground now," right? And then so he's crying, walks away. And so the son takes a stick, goes up to like a mound of dirt, and starts digging.
Oh, to get his mom.
Yeah, dig any dirt, right? And then he's
dude.
like, "Mom." Cheers me up, just thinking about that. You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like he thinks that the mom is so just in the dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's that moment of realization for him though, which is really deep.
Yeah.
It's that moment of almost clarity in a way, but like peacefulness in a strange sense, where he's having to finally come to terms with where his mother's at.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take.
Yeah.
And we all go through those learning moments, growing up, and that goes back to even the kids again. Is like I want to make sure that my children have the appropriate learning moments, so they don't have to learn with travesty as much as they can learn with love and compassion.
Oh, for sure. This world is. So I'm teaching my kids how to defend themselves. I'm teaching them not to back down from a fight, like stand up for themselves, right? And other people have a problem with that just because they said you should teach your kids not to lay hands, right? But at the same time, it's just but other people don't do that. You know what I mean? My kids are gonna get punked or bullied and whatever, and they're gonna walk away because they're the bigger person. But I want to make sure that they can defend themselves if they have to. You see what I'm saying?
I see that.
Until
That's important,
society can back up what they're talking about, right? Like no bullying, no this, no that. My kids are gonna be respectful, but disciplined, and they're not gonna take any kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Wow. You know what it is it's like society wants to try to tell you that you teaching your children to defend themselves is an act of aggression. And they're saying the simple fact that your children are able to defend themselves is dangerous.
Yes.
And it's horrible. What kind of crap are they teaching? Sorry do you not want me to curse? I'm sorry.
No, man.
I saw one of your videos and I saw one of the comments saying that your mom had watched it, and you're like, oh, my bad. I had to, sorry for the.
My mom, man.
Yeah,
my mom's ears.
My mom's ears are being perverted.
No, I can always beep anything out, so don't worry about it, bro.
All right.
Yeah, just say it how you want to say it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
There's gonna be a lot of bleeps.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Right after this, beep, 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 beep.
I'm already very, very high, and under the influence of marijuana. I have to just disclose
Oh,
that right now.
I got some candy. You got Cottonmouth? You want something?
Oh yeah,
okay.
cool, dude. Yeah.
Actually, I got beer. You want some beer?
Okay.
Okay.
I will most definitely take a beer.
All right.
I just had a kamome from Seaquake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So I only got White Claw, but
give me whatever White Claw you got, bro.
all right. So you got choices here. You got passion fruit. You got watermelon, tangerine.
Watermelon, man.
Hey.
Watermelon's the best.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I have one with you.
That's cool. All right. 5% by alcohol by volume. All right, I don't even know.
Have you ever had one of these?
A few times.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. Sorry for being a little sketchy, dude. I've been running around so much, bro. I came up here from San Diego like a week ago so I could rent out my house to a traveling nurse. What about it is that
check it out real quick. So you want anything off the top or anything like that at all?
I don't even know what would look good as a balding middle-aged man. Like I'm turning 37 in a month, dude. Like
Gotcha.
this is dad hair, dude.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring it down to maybe a 3 or a 4 or 3, and just make it a little tighter on top.
Okay.
And then I'll line you up right here, and so it doesn't look like you have those stragglers.
Okay.
That's it. You know what I mean?
You telling me my hair's running away from my head? Oh, I got stragglers. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah. I think it's so cool when each time you talk about your kids or anything like that, people don't know that you are a mixed married race couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's freaking amazing. You know, like that in itself is hard. You know, having interracial like marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've actually seen a lot of all sides of culture and how they perceive it, how they receive it, and what they put on us. I will tell you that I pay more attention to it like early on our marriage. We've been married for 13 years. So it's meeting back in late 2009. It's insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, I will tell you, I paid more attention at the beginning. I was obviously lusting for her at first. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous. Fell in love with her. We were best friends for the longest time. I mean, we would do everything together, go everywhere together. Like, she basically finished my sentences. I started picking up her quirks. Like, you know, we were truly like meshing as a couple. It was a very interesting time in my life because I got to learn a lot about myself because of her. So, anyways, her culture is Somalian, East African.
Yeah.
And she's 100%. And it was very interesting getting into her culture because she's also Muslim. So, having to be good with the parents, I had to be good with the religion. I had to be good with the culture. Oh, man. But she was worth it. So, I had actually waited 1 year to become physically intimate with this woman for the whole marriage process. And, you know, we were basically courting the whole time.
Yeah. You liked her that much, you waited a whole year.
Yeah, I waited a whole year, bro. I waited a whole year. I felt like she was worth. I think that's why she's so loyal, man.
Yeah.
I showed her that I felt like she was worth waiting for. And she respects me by being by my side, like, for 13 years, you know?
Yeah. And gave you daughters?
And gave me 2 daughters, beautiful daughters, and one son now.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
He's gonna be 2 months old in a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
More friends for my sons to play with, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would love to bring him by. So my daughter's names, my eldest is Isla, Ayla. My second daughter, and my first daughter is almost 5 years old. My second daughter is almost 3. Her name is Ayan, Ayyan. And my son's name is Ares, Ares. Like, you know, the Greek god.
Yeah.
I have Isla.
The god of war.
God of war. So I have Isla, Ayan, and Ares.
Okay.
So I picked those names because I thought they'd be good for the future.
Yeah.
Those are the future type names in our culture, man. I was like, I got to give them a name that, you know, isn't going to hold them back.
Yeah. That's why I gave my sons black names. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
They can't tell if these are Asian kids or black kids because my oldest kid is his name is Damien, right? Damien. And so
awesome name.
Yes, and then my
brother's name is Damon. So
okay.
Close, yeah.
And then so my wife loved the Kardashians so much that she decided to go with the whole theme, right? And so now all D's. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, all D's.
Yeah. And so
So all my kids are all A's. You're all
okay.
D's.
Yeah.
What's funny is in my family, I'm one of the D's.
Oh,
so
hey.
There's like Damon, Darren, Devin, Donald, Danny. Yeah, like everybody's D's. Meng Lo, keep it Meng Lo, man.
That's
keep
right.
it DL, that's cool. All their initials are gonna be DL.
Yeah, for reals. My wife said
That's
we ain't
super
gonna
cool.
stop until we have a girl, and so probably gonna have a family of 6 and no girl. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know you're choosing the sex of the kid, right? It's your fault.
Yeah.
But that's not a complaint I would have. That's a complaint you might have. But that's not a complaint I would have.
Yeah.
You're creating an army.
Yeah. Right.
So that is so cool.
So I brought it down to where it's not so. It's basically a little tighter now. You know what I mean? And we went shave on the sides. I don't know
that's clean.
if you wanted to go down further, but I just basically just faded it in and out right here, and then shaved you around here, and that's it, man.
Yeah. Would you do you actually do like shaving the inside right here?
Yeah, I can do that, man. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome. It's like we've come to a point where you're not allowed to criticize what's going on without being labeled something. You know, it's a weird time. I just hope that freedom of speech just prevails, man, and people are able to get their ideas out there, whatever they are. Everybody has a right to speak. Everybody has a right to get the ideas out there. I hate the idea that we're going to censor anybody just because we don't like what they have to say. You know.
I feel that. that, man.
So yeah, is that it? This is a beautiful trim that you did for me, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's on me, so don't worry about it.
Thank you so
know
much,
what I mean?
man.
Yeah,
This is the best barbershop in town.
Hey.
You don't gotta pay. You get this for free.
This is the end of this video. Please stay tuned for the next one, and we out.
Later.